Have fun with your Pharaoh bakugo, guys. Now, let's get on. Working in a museum is not the most exciting job, I'll tell you that. Some days you learn something new or just sit around doing absolutely nothing. I work as the night guard slash night researcher, so I patrol the halls, study the artifacts, and if I get more information about historical things, I note them down. It was a normal day on a sunset Wednesday, but things quickly took a turn. It was around 10 p.m. I was sitting on my desk chair in my workspace. I had some coffee, or whatever you prefer drinking if you don't like coffee, and I was researching, reaching to go through the 8-hour shift. Typing slowly away on my laptop, I was currently writing about the ancient godlike Egyptian pharaoh Katsuki Bakugo, one of the most ruthless and savage rulers that ever existed a long time ago. He conquered and slaughtered, but was a royal and worthy man that did what he needed to do to protect his people. So, yeah, he was a good, bad pharaoh, to be exact. I was feeling thirsty and grabbed my coffee cup, or whatever you drink, and brought it to my lips, only to find it was empty. Pouting, I got up and walked out to the workstation and went to the staff room where the coffee and vending machines were. I must have been a bit too long choosing an extra snack to bring back because when I reached the door, a cold wind burst past me, goosebumps crawling up my arms. I shook it off and walked in, but something was not right. On my messy desk was an old ancient artifact that wasn't there before. I took a step closer and inspected it. I'm going to butcher the name of the statue, but I'm so sorry. A statue of Amon-Ra, who is known as the god of Egyptians, beloved to be the protector of pharaohs and the god that was believed to have brought the sun, light, and created the world. But this was an Egyptian department. How did it end up here, and why was it here? I gently grabbed it with both hands, carefully not to break it, and slowly walked to the Egyptian department. Entering the place always freaked me out, especially at night. The hieroglyphics and statues had eyes that followed my every move. Too great, I'm gonna butcher this because, yeah. I think ambiguous, ambiguous guards stood still and threatening as I walked by. The spears they held were sharper than sharks' teeth. Opening the place where statues was supposed to be, I put it back and closed the sliding door with a lock. On the left pillar, the pharaoh I talked about earlier, the dead man's grave, was as silent as ever. The gold crowning were plastered with all kinds of jewelry, diamonds, and rubies. I turned to walk away. The cold air returned and made me stop. It pushed my head towards the tomb. With furrowed brows and a small frown, I walked quietly out of there. But as I passed the guard dog's statue, an eager voice whispered into my ear, "Yin." I stood there, still, as the voice kept repeating my name. Up above me, through the glass ceiling, the full moon shined brightly. I thought I was going nuts and jogged out of there as quickly as my feet could go. The next night came by, and once again I was working on another page of the Pharaoh Bakugo, and once again I ran out of coffee, or whatever you drink. Poor Yin. As I reached my door, I locked it, just in case, and headed to the staff room, pouring myself more energy coffee, or whatever you drink. I retreated yesterday's bone-chilling incident. The wind, moon, weird voice. Maybe one of my coworkers was playing a prank on me on something. Again, walking back to my office, the door was slightly open. Now I know that someone came in. I rushed in, and another item was placed down. A necklace. It was beautiful. But how in the hell did it get here? And who is doing this? Angrily, I took the necklace in my hands and stormed to the Egyptian department. Once again, the feeling of being watched surrounded me, like something was waiting for me to come. I set the necklace in its rightful place and was ready to head out of the creepy place when a vase started to fall. With wide eyes, I jumped in and grabbed it on a hold of it before it touched the solid ground. I then put it back in its place. Then the air became colder, and the whispers returned. They surrounded me. I was getting cold now. I was shaking in fear and cold. Don't be scared. I jumped at the rough voice again. I twisted my head back and forth to see who it was, and they came. And they came. Restart again. Came. No one was there. Who the hell is there? I shouted at nothing, but no response. I got a dark chuckle and a presence behind me. Then a hand touched my shoulder. I quickly turned around. No one was there. Yet the feeling of a hand remained in place. I panicked as I ran as quickly as I possibly could. See you tomorrow, princess. These encounters happened regularly, even when it was on my day off. But when I wasn't there, some of my coworkers looked more tired and drowsy than usual. And of course, the constant objects appeared on my desk, and the voices surrounded me, keeping me awake from distracting me from my important work. I've had enough. So the next night, I sat down and dozed on my work. A full cup of coffee beside me, and headphones covered my ears. And finally, it was peaceful. No objects appearing out of nowhere, no feeling of being watched, no spooky voices, nothing. But I spoke too soon, and that's when you know obviously something is gonna happen. A cold wind entered and wrapped me in some sort of chilly blanket, and a pair of hands took down my headphones. Hey, what are you? My eye-colored eyes met dark red ones. Glaring at me, I gulped. I stayed possibly still, while small red beams of sweat traveled down my neck, and as I looked in confusion at the dead man I was supposed to be writing about standing before me, he tightly grasped my chin and brought me closer to his handsome face. Don't judge you. You know it's true. In a deep voice and angry eyes, he spoke in a demanding voice. Why the fuck are you ignoring my gifts? Hey guys, so I hope you enjoyed. Sorry I couldn't actually find a Pharaoh version of Bakugo, but I must say thank you once again. Thank you for 400 plus subscribers. I can't have done it without you guys. And by the way, once this book is finished, I do have some yandere books if you guys are interested in those. I have like 4 of them, so yeah, I have a lot. So if you guys want any of those, I can. But yeah, I'll get done with these books first, and then we'll go on to yandere ones, and then some fluffy ones again. So hope you guys enjoyed. Bye. Love you all so much.